Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. Today I'm just bringing you a little kind of TBR where I'm going to talk about books I really want to read this spring and summer. I mean, spring is basically soon over in May, but these are just hopefully 10 books if I counted correctly. Books I really want to get to, and hopefully I will. A lot of them just turned out very gay. It was not my intention, it was just happened. So I assume I will read most of them in June, because then I am planning a pretty crazy TBR, but we shall see. But I just really want to get to these soon, and here's just basically priority spring summer TBR. That was what I was trying to say, but it was very difficult. Starting off, we have Docile, which I really want to read since it was released, but I finally got it this December. Not this December, last December is what you would call it. And this is just a dystopia, adult dystopia, and I think it's just like people kinda get in debt a lot, so they sell their bodies to get rid of that debt, because that's what they have left to, offer. And doesn't sound good for the, the whole society, but I think a romance brings out of that, but we shall see. It literally says with big letters, there's no consent under capitalism, so it sounds very interesting. It can definitely bring up a lot of important discussions and topics, but also just, squeal. So we shall see, and I just heard many things. So I'm just very excited, and I hopefully will get to it, soon, which is the point of this whole video, so I don't really need to say that every time, but I will do my best. And then we have Meet Cute Diary by Emery Lee. So this one I heard a lot about when it was released, and it just seems like a really cute contemporary romance thingy. Literally do not know like a specific plot, but I just know it's gonna be adorable and that I will adore it. And just the pastel color vibes, they're very excited. I also know the author's next book is coming out in May. Will definitely buy that, and then most likely we read them close together. I'm just very excited, okay? And I just want to get to it, even though I had it for ages, but I want to get to it now. Then we have Skin of the Sea by Natasha Bowen. This one is a YA fantasy, and I really want to read it for February, and I had planned to, but then I had failed the challenge for when I was going to pick this book, so I needed to pick something else. But this is basically mermaids, but also black mermaids, and I'm just very excited for it since I got it and since I heard about it. I don't need to know more about the plot, but the reason I really feel like reading it, especially in summertime, is sea, you want to be with the ocean, etc. So I just feel it would be really good. Also, I'm going away for holiday for 2 weeks. This is a tiny book that I can probably take in my suitcase as well, and it's what I need because I need to bring a lot of books, but I don't know how to. It's a crisis. Then we have the Hawthorne Legacy by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. Obviously I was planning to read this anyway, but we'll definitely read it. I think in August is when I'm intending to in my head, because I think the last book comes in end of August, beginning of September, and this is obviously the sequel to the Inheritance Games, which follows Avery that inherits a lot of money from this old dude that was one of the richest people in America, but she doesn't know why, and we're trying to figure out. She needs to live in the house of this dude for a year to get the money with all his grandsons who are all hot. It's a great time. I love the first book, and I've been putting off reading this, but I'm definitely for sure reading it now. I know it's gonna be yeah, especially I just loved following the mystery because it's just so engaging in a way that you literally do not know why, and I'm just trying intensely to find out why. Then we have Ophelia After All by Rachel Marie, which I have a feeling I'm not pronouncing correctly. I'm sorry, but this one is the debut from the author, and it's a lot of hype around it. It seems to be a contemporary retelling of Ophelia from Hamlet, and it also seems to be very gay, if I believe correctly. I'm pretty sure it has an FF romance. Actually, correct me on this if I'm stupid, but I feel like that's what I read, so it should be correct. I know it is queer at least, and I just been hearing so many amazing things, and I just love the cover and the vibes, and I still haven't read it, and it feels like a crime, and I really want to read it. So now I'm just making this video, and prompting me. Yeah, I want to. Then I really want to get to Gold Wings Rising by Alex London, which is the final book in the Skybound saga, and the first book follows this pair of twins, and they were abused by a father all their life, and then he died, and they needed to pay down all his debt. And in doing so, they like have struggled a lot, and then the brother wants to go out and hunt down the ghost eagle, who is like really mythic and really hard bird to capture, because we capture birds in this world. If I didn't say, the sister goes after to help him. It's like a really interesting world, fun characters, a lot of secrets, and just intricate. I really like it, and I just want to read the third book, because I read 1 and 2 last year, and like even reread number 1, and I just haven't read this one yet. So hopefully, not hopefully, I will get to it soon, and I'm just very excited to finish the series because it's really good, and I have a feeling that this will be really good too. Then for another sequel, I really want to get through Heart of Flames by Nikki Paolo, which is the sequel to Crown of Feathers. Is that what it's called? Yes. I want to say I want to read book 3 too, but I know that is a bit ambitious. They are a bit chunky, and I didn't expect to like the first book even. Like, I actually kind of detested it the first 100 pages, and then it turned out to be like amazing. Like, I ended up really adoring it, and I'm just like questioning myself, like, what happened? That was like a whiplash, if you can call it that. But yeah, the first book basically follows these 2 sisters who come from a family of phoenix riders, but that has kind of been, I was gonna say outlawed, or like you're not allowed to ride on phoenixes anymore, but they have been looking for phoenix eggs for a long time, and they find them, and then finally maybe become phoenix riders. And there's like a lot of other aspects to the story as well, but it's just a very, very, very cool world and interesting history in it, and it had twists and turns, and sibling relationships, and it's romance I actually cared for, and just amazing phoenix birds, and it was just a truly good ride. And I still haven't read the sequel. I even have the third book too, and I very, very, very much want to read it. I'm very excited for it, and here I am. So I need to get to it. I have a feeling hopefully it will be, you know, as good. Sorry, I was trying to look at the, you know, page count, but it's kind of spoiler, but I never actually read it. There's 619 pages. I mean, I also read really fast, so it shouldn't like intimidate me. I just haven't read it, so I need to get to it. I'm just very excited. If anyone has, you know, actually read the whole series, tell me if it's as good as the first one, because if it is not, I will be so disappointed and very sad. Then for another sequel and series finisher, we have Anyway the Wind Blows by Rainbow Rowell, which I also feel like I should have read by now. It was released last year, wasn't it? You know, Carry On used to be one of my favorite books of all time. I read it like 5 times or something, and then I still haven't read the third book because I was a bit turned off the whole thing, especially after the second book and other stuff. But I do still want to finish the series because I know it's going to be hilarious and heartwarming, and I love these characters so much. So I do want to finish it up. So I'm planning to reread number 1 again, and then number 2, because I literally cannot remember 2 at all, because I was so angry after finishing it that I kind of like have forgotten the whole thing. And then finally read number 3, and I'm hoping to do all of this soon, before the end of August. Because I just know, you know, it's gonna take my heart. I just need to get to it. So I'm saying it here. You heard it here first. And then we have a cute little book, which is King and the Dragonflies by Casey Calendar, which is just a middle grade from the author, and it seems really like cute. I haven't read the synopsis, and I'm not going to. I don't need to, because I know I'm gonna like it anyway. I think I read Hurricane Child also by the author, which is also middle grade, and that was really beautiful and nice. And then, you know, I read other books by the author too, and I'm just trying to get through all of them. But this one, look at this cover. What does that tell you if it doesn't tell you the summary and you're going out to the cabin or whatever and just like being with the ocean and the forest? I don't even know. It's just giving me those vibes, and I really want to get to it. And you know, it's short and it's tiny. Possibly could bring it to holiday or something. I want to get to it. And looking at the cover even now makes me feel like not nostalgic, but like at peace. So yeah, I know I'm gonna love it. So there's that. And then the last book for this little TBR, we have A Marvelous Light by Freya Marsk. I'm not sure actually how to pronounce it. Do I know a single thing about this plot? No, I just know it's an MM romance, I assume. And people have been raving about it, and I need to get to it to find out what it is. It actually, I think, was the Illumicrate Book of the Month for December, but I skipped that box because it gets very expensive if I get every box. I only get the boxes where I absolutely really want a special edition of a book I actually know about, and I knew I was gonna buy this like outside that eventually anyway, so this is just like a normal hardcover. And then like I didn't hear anyone speak about it, and then suddenly everyone was speaking about it, and I was just like, okay, now I want to read it now, like I want to read it in this instant. So this is now becoming real because I said so in this video, and I'm just very excited for it. I hope I will love it. Also, there's a number 1 here on the spine. How many books is this gonna be? But I have a feeling I will really like it, so I'm very excited, okay? Very, very excited. And believe me, there's so many more books I want to read, but you will see the specific, of course, in my monthly TBRs whenever I make those. But these are just like a general feeling, and now I felt very hyped about reading them, so it's gonna prompt me more to actually get to them, and I'm very happy I actually filmed this video now. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Have you read any of these? Please tell me that they were good. If they were bad, I don't want to know. Leave a fly emoji down below if you enjoy this, if that exists, then another just insect or whatever. And you will see me soon. Bye!